disruptions. It's because of the power cut that we are encountering. Excuse me for a minute. Because okay, so it is about the foundations of organizational structure. So the specific learning objective that we are intending to cover, what are the group should present today? Yeah. Let me the group. So the group that we need to present today is six. Group number 6, group number 14, group number 18, and group number 26. If possible, we'll try to complete all these 4 groups. Okay. So anyhow, all 4 group, please be prepared for the presentation. So the specific learning objective that we are covering today in this particular chapter is identifying 7 elements of an organizational structure. So when you look into the structure of an organization, we can identify 7 key elements there. So the structure is composed of all those 7 elements. So we will try to identify what are those 7 elements of an organizational structure. Identify the characteristics of the functional structure, divisional structure, and the metric structure. So these are the traditional ways in which the organization has structured themselves, which is the functional, divisional, and the metric structure. So we will try to understand what are those structures and how the functions are organized there, and then identify the characteristics of virtual structure, team structure, and the circular structure. So these are some different ways in which the organization have structured themselves in the contemporary environment. So these are some modern ways of structuring the organization, and then describing the effect of downsizing on organizational structure and employees. So we'll try to understand the concept of downsizing and what's the consequences of it, and it in the organization as well as to the employees, and contrast the reason for mechanistic and organic structural models. So there are 2 structural models, and we'll try to compare and contrast those 2 and analyze the behavioral implications of different organizational designs. Okay, so what are the behavioral implications which the organizational designs can have on the employees? So these are the 6 learning outcomes that we intend to cover in this chapter. So you don't have any class at 1:30, or hereafter you don't have any class, right? Afternoon or evening? Please let me know. If you don't have any class, we can complete these presentations of all these 4. Try to complete, however. Okay. So I think before moving into one of my group members in Kalamkush, yeah, sure. So group number 18 can do the presentation first, if since there is an issue with one member of their group, so you can present first. It doesn't matter. Okay. So before moving into the chapter, I just want to clarify what happened to your mid-semester examination on that day. Some of you were complaining that the quiz has already closed even before we submit. What the issue divided. So how the job tasks are formally divided, how they are grouped into, and how they are coordinated in an organizational setting. That is what the organizational structure means. So when you take an organization, it has to complete a number of tasks, a numerous tasks, and in numerous nature. So in that particular organization, so how these tasks are divided into, whether one group of people, or whether a particular individual does all these tasks, or else whether they have divided this task into different parts, and whether they have led the people to complete these different portions of these tasks. So how it's been done, how it has been structured, how it has been divided, and how it has been coordinated. So all first part means the organizational structure. So the managers need to address, there are 7 key elements. Uh, okay, 7 key elements in an organizational structure. So they have to address all those 7 key elements when designing for their organizational structure. So whenever they divide the task, or whenever they structure their organization, they have to keep in mind these 7 elements. Okay. So the first element would be the work specialization, something which is already familiar to you. And second one is the departmentalization. Only 21 hands are raised. How about the others? 100 participants are there. Work specialization, departmentalization, and the third element is chain of command. The next one is the span of control, centralization and decentralization, formalization, boundary spanning. These are the 7 key elements that a manager need to consider about when they are designing their organizational structure. So what are these? We will look into each and every element in detail. So what does this work specialization mean? So you already know that you might have studied this in A-level management and many places that you have come across the words work specialization. So, which means the degree to which the task in an organization are subdivided into separate jobs, and how much of the degree to which the people are specialized, or they have the expertise in doing a particular job. So that is what the work specialization means. To what extent the tasks in an organization are divided into smaller parts, and to what extent they have led the people to complete these, led different individuals to complete these different tasks. That is what this work specialization means. So the essence of this work specialization is to divide a job into a number of steps, each completed by a separate individual. Okay, so the main thing, or the key feature of this work specialization is the job. If, like, for example, if we consider a job of maybe uh, completing and purchase order, where, like, or maybe completing a purchase or purchasing an equipment in an organization, where the purchase order has to be prepared by one person, it has to be approved by another person, maybe the purchase requisition has to be made by the other person, they have to payment has to be made by the other person, the receipt has to be made by other person. So here the task of purchasing an equipment in an organization has been divided into many parts, and each and every part are done by different individual. Not one particular individual does all these parts, all these actions, all these tasks. What is done under work specialization is it has been divided into smaller parts, and every part is done by different individual, or maybe different group of people. So in a sense, the individual specialize in doing a part of an activity rather than the entirety. So once they are doing, like, continuously doing a smaller part of the entire task, they will be specialized in doing that particular part. They will not have they will not be involving in the entire activity, and they will not even know about the other tasks. So what they will do is they will be specialized in the particular task they are doing. Okay. So however, the human diseconomies from the specialization. So though the specialization may result in the efficiency and maybe economies of scale, there are chances for the human diseconomies as well. Because when a person continuously doing the same task, he will be like feeling boredom, fatigue, stress, and which may result in the poor quality, low productivity, increased absenteeism, turnover. So these might be some human diseconomies which may arise as a result of the work specialization. So the managers could increase this productivity now by, like, enlarging the job, just allowing assigning more and more tasks to the employees rather than letting them do the same task for a long period of time. The managers can assign them more tasks rather than narrowing the task, and scope of the activities can be increased. So giving the employees a variety of activities, it is called the job enrichment, rather than letting them do a particular part of the activity, we can let them do a variety of activities. Maybe 1 month period they can engage in a particular activity, and another 1 month period they can be transferred to another department, and they will be doing another part of the activity. So by allowing them to do a variety of activities, they will we can bring the employees out of the boredom, fatigue, and allowing them, sometimes we can allow them to complete the whole activity rather than allowing them only small part of the activity, because they may feel like they just know only a part of the activity, we don't have the knowledge about the entire activity. So we can let the people to complete, sometimes we can let the people to complete the whole activity, and putting them into teams with interchangeable skills. So this can be something done by the managers to reduce these negative human diseconomies, or the human diseconomies caused as a result of this work specialization. Okay, so let me check the hands raised. Yeah, 26 raised out of 110. Shall I take this as the majority's opinion? If anyone have any disagreement of having another examination, or maybe a different point of view, please let me know. I need the majority's concern here. Can give you some time, maybe 10 minutes before 11:30. Please let me know if you have any other concerns. So this is how the work specialization can lead to the economies as well as the diseconomy. So initially, specializing on a work or maybe a part of the activity may lead to what's the issue? Okay, you will have the presentation today, maybe 11:45. We can start the presentation. Okay. So the economies of scale. So initially, the work specialization will lead to the increase in economies of scale. That means decreasing the cost of production and all. And when it is continuously done, continuously perform the same activity for a long period of time, it can result in the human diseconomies. Okay, where the productivity will be declining. So moving on to the other element of this organizational structure, which is the departmentalization. So once the jobs has been divided through the work specialization, they must be grouped. So because we have seen how the work has been divided into, how they have been grouped into, and how they have coordinated, all those means the organizational structure. So once it is divided, we have to group the task. We cannot keep each and every task as the individual one and separately. So we have to group the common task, and we have to develop some coordination among the common tasks. So the basis by which the jobs are grouped is called as the departmentalization. So how we are grouping these activities? So on which basis we are grouping the common task is called as the departmentalization. One of the most popular way to group the activity is by the functions performed. So how we can group the people, or how we can group the activities, one of the most common way of grouping these activities is by function performed. So a manufacturing manager might organize a plant into engineering, accounting, manufacturing, personnel, and supply specialist department. So this is one way of doing the departmentalization. We can group whatever the task falling under the accounting related function. We can group it as accounting, and whatever the task related to the manufacturing or production of the uh, goods and services, we can say it as the manufacturing. So whatever the task related to managing people, maybe recruitment, selection, and all, we can group under the title of personnel. So here the tasks are grouped into maybe based on their functions. So how what are the areas which the tasks are related to, we can group. So this is one of the most popular way of doing the departmentalization. Another type of departmentalizing the job is by the product and services. So if the organization has more than one product, maybe if it is producing maybe 5 different product category, we can group or departmentalize the entire organization based on the product or service they offer. For example, like uh, commercial bank, they can group or departmentalize themselves, maybe serving accounts, maybe fixed accounts, loan facilities, leasing facilities. So based on the services they are offering or they are offering, they can departmentalize the entire organization. And then another way is to based on the geography or the territory. So if the organization is operating more than one location, maybe we can departmentalize into eastern region, northern region, central region, western province, so that we can departmentalize the tasks or the activities according to the geographical region in which they are performed. And the final category is based on the type of the customer. So organizations can departmentalize their products and services or their activity based on the customer they are serving. Maybe adult customers can be grouped into child care and the elder care, so they can group the customer on different basis. Okay, so this is what the departmentalization means. And the third element of this organizational structure is the chain of command. So the chain of command is an unbroken line of authority that extends from the top of the organization to the lower echelon and clarifies who reports to who. So chain of command is the same. It's like a chain, like from the top management to the bottom. Uh, who is below who? Okay, so who has to report to who? So that is what the chain of command means. So if it is like lower level manager, maybe lower level employees there, who need to report to who? Maybe the lower level employee immediately report to the supervisor. Then supervisor may report to lower level manager. Lower level manager reports to middle level manager. Middle level manager reports to the top level manager, senior executive, so executive managing director. So then they may be reporting to the shareholder. So this is how it's organized like a chain. So who reports to who? So this chain of command, the main feature of the chain of command is it clarifies who reports to who, how the authority has been like flowing from, or how it has been like organized from top to bottom. So we can't discuss the chain of command without discussing the authority and the unity of command. Okay? So chain of command is the concept of chain of command to be there, then we have to think about the unity of command and the authority. So authority refers to the rights inherent in a managerial position to give orders and expect them to be obeyed. So authority in the sense it's a formal authority. So like for each and every position or each and every managerial position, a certain kind or maybe certain rights are inherent there. As a result of that managerial position, we can ask the people to do something, or we can order the people to complete certain activity. They expect them to be obeyed by our orders. So that is what the authority means. To facilitate the coordination, each managerial position is given a place in the chain of command. So in a chain of command, it's like a complete chain where each managerial position, where the top management would be at the top level, and maybe the departmentalization, the product line managers would be at the low level, middle level, or maybe department managers may be at the middle level. So that's how each and every managerial position would be allocated a position in the chain of command, and each manager is given a degree of authority. So when you compare the authority level of these lower level managers, line managers, uh, they will be having low level of authority, low level of rights and access to the resources, while comparing with the top level manager. The top level managers, they will be having more rights, more access to the resources, more access to the information. So each and every level of management, they will be allocated with different level of authority and different level of responsibilities as well. So that is what the authority refers to. And the principle of unity of command means it's the concept of unbroken line of authority. So it helps to preserve the line of authority. It helps to preserve the chain of command. So it says a person should have one and only one supervisor to whom he or she directly responsible. That means if I'm working to some organization, I should have only one supervisor, immediate supervisor to whom I need to report. If I have more than one supervisor, I may be like having confusions to like reporting to whom whether I need to report to supervisor A or supervisor B or supervisor C. So that kind of confusions may be there. So vagueness would be there. So in order to avoid those issues, in order to eliminate those kind of confusion, the concept of unity of command need to be maintained. That means a person, if an employee or an individual, she should have only one superior to whom he or she is expected to be reported. Okay, so to whom he or she is directly responsible. So other people who are in the top level, obviously he is responsible to themselves as well, but he is not directly responsible for those people. So if the unity of command is broken, an employee might have to cope with conflicting demands or the priorities from the several supervisors. If this concept is broken, if the unity of command is not there, then the people will be like experiencing the conflicting demand from different supervisors. So this is the third element of this organizational structure. The fourth element is the span of control. That means the number of subordinates which can be controlled by a supervisor. Uh, and this control has to be efficiently and effectively done. Okay, so how many supervisors, how many subordinates a supervisor can control? That is what the span of control. Whether the supervisor can control maybe 10 subordinates, or whether the supervisor can control 20 subordinates or 3 subordinates. So that is the number is for the span of control. So all these things being equal, the wider or larger the span, the more efficient the organization. So it's expected that if everything remains changed or unchanged, when the span of control increases or it widens, or maybe the larger the span of control, we can expect the organization to be more efficient. A narrow or small span of control have their advocates as well. Like, for example, by keeping the span of control for maybe 5 to 6 people, a manager can maintain very close control. They can very closely monitor the people who are working under them. But the narrow span have three major drawbacks. The first one, it's really expensive because they at level of management. So if a manager can only control maybe 3 people, then you can expect how many managerial level an organization need to maintain if they have around 100 people working there. So it adds the level of management. So if the level of managements are added, then they have to provide the resources maybe, and they have to provide the proper remuneration packages to each managerial position. So again, it adds to the cost of the management or cost to the organization. So it's really expensive. And then they make vertical communication in the organization more complex, because when the levels of management is really high, then if we need to communicate something from very lower level employees to the top management, it has to pass us through many different levels. Since the hierarchical levels are really high, because the span of control is really narrow. So in such cases, it will take more time for the message to reach the top management. So it makes the vertical communication a complex one. And the third one, narrow span of control encourage overly tight supervision and discourage the employee autonomy. So it encourages tight supervision, very close supervision would be there. So since the employees are tightly or very closely supervised, they may feel like they don't have the independence to do anything. Their autonomy is is not entirely there. So that kind of feeling employees may have, and that might affect their moral. Okay? So these are the some effects or some disadvantages of having narrow span of control. So it said that the larger the span of control or wider the span of control, the more efficient the organization would be. And the next element of this organizational structure is centralization and decentralization. So centralization, it means how much the decision-making power is concentrated at a single point in the organization. Maybe whether the top management reserves all the power to make the decision, or whether the decision-making power is decentralized, in the sense whether the decision-making power is delegated to lower level employees or not. How much of the power is dedicated to lower level employees for the decentralization. So if it is concentrated, all the decision making power lies with the top management, then high centralization will be there. If they have dedicated the decision making power to the lower level employees or lower level managers, then decentralization would be there. So in centralized organization, top managers make all the decision, and the lower level managers just they carry out the decision made by the top management. But in the organization, the other extreme, if it is decentralized, they push down to the managers closest to the action. So the concept of centralization maybe like it includes the formal authority where the rights inherent to a particular position, and an organization characterized by centralization is inherently structurally different from decentralized organizations, because if the decision making power is delegated or decentralized, then it will be having low hierarchical levels or less number of hierarchical levels, and vertical communication would be really low, and like the chain of command would be very easy to follow the information and all. And decentralized organization can act as more quickly to solve the problem because the information sharing is really easy for them, and more people provide input into the decision, because the decisions are made by different individuals. It's not taken by one or maybe a group of individual, unlike the centralization. So many people would be giving the inputs to the decision making, so they can result in the best solution to be reached for a problem. Okay. So the next element is, or the sixth element is the formalization. So it refers to the degree to which jobs within the organization are standardized. So how much the jobs within an organization are standardized. Okay. Okay, group number 7. Let me check the schedule, and if we have time, we can have your presentation as well. Let me check. Okay. So formalization refers to the degree to which the jobs within the organization are standardized. So how much the standardization is there in an organization, whether the tasks are like formalized, everything need to be done under a particular task are written, and formal documents are there, and the rules and regulations are properly established, the code of ethics are there. So that is what the formalization refers to. So if a job is highly formalized, like incumbent has minimal amount of discretion. So if it is formalized, you cannot go beyond the rules and regulations, go beyond the procedures and do whatever you want to do. So you have to do your activity, do the task within the boundaries. That is what the formalization means. So discretion over what to do and when to and how to do it. So if it is highly formalized, you have to like stick to the schedule. You cannot do the task in whatever the time you want to. You cannot expect the flexibility to be there. That is what the high formalization means. So employees can expect that always to handle the same input in the exactly the same way. Whoever does the task, it will be resulting the same outcome because it's highly formalized. So whoever handling the input, they will be handling it in the same way. So it will result in the consistent and uniform output. So there are explicit job descriptions, or job descriptions are there, and where it is everything is clearly defined, and there are many rules, regulations, the procedures, everything is there in an organization. So where the formalization is low, in contrast, the job behaviors are relatively unprogrammed. So you can like do the task in whatever the way you want to, whatever the time you want to, but what is expected from you is the final outcome. And the employees have a great deal of freedom to exercise their discretion in their work. So where the organizations with less formalization, the employees have given the great deal of freedom and the discretion in completing the task. Okay, and the next activity is, or the next element is boundary spanning organization. Within a single organization, the boundary spanning occurs when the individual form the relationship with the people outside their formally assigned group. For example, the boundary spanning in the sense going beyond the boundaries, going beyond the limitation. That is what the boundary spanning means. So, for example, if an organization is composed of maybe 5 departments, where one is marketing, HR, accounting, IT, and the production department. So, if the people from marketing department have established the relationship with the accounting department, that is a kind of boundary span, because the marketing department is a boundary for themselves. The people who works under the marketing department, they have a certain boundary, and if they go beyond the boundary and establish a relationship with the other department people, that is a kind of the boundary spanning. So boundary spanning activity occur not only within organization but also between the organization. So if the people from one department communicate or establish relationship with the other department people, that is boundary spanning occurs within the organization. And the people from one organization establish the relationship with the people from the other organization, where the boundary spanning occurs between the organization. So gathering information from external knowledge sources is especially advantage in highly innovative industries. We are keeping it with the competition is challenging. So that's why the organizations are engaging in the boundary spanning process. So the positive results are especially strong in organization like the extensive internal communication would be there. The information sharing would be really high, and external boundary spanning is the most effective when it is followed up in the internal boundary spanning. Okay, so if we want to establish the external boundary spanning in the sense establishing the relationship between the organization, first we have to establish the initial internal boundary spanning, where different relationship has to be established across the department, not within a particular department, across the department. First we have to establish the relationship, then we can follow up to the external boundary spanning. Okay, so this is all about the 7 elements of an organizational structure. Is it clear? Anything to ask? Any clarification? Okay. If it is clear, we just move to the common organizational designs. We have simple structure, bureaucracy, and the matrix structure. We can identify 3 different organizational design. Most common organizational design, simple structure, matrix structure, and the bureaucracy. The simple structure, which is very simple in nature, just characterized by very low degree of departmentalization. The departmentalization is really low. Maybe one manager is handling all the departments, so all the activities, and the span of control would be really wide. One person or one supervisor would be handling all the employees in an organization, maybe, and authority is centralized. The decision making power is centralized to the owner or the manager of the particular organization, or maybe a single person. And the formalization is really low. There is no proper rules, regulation, or procedures. Nothing is established there. The people just do the activity in their own way. Okay, so the simple structure is not elaborate. It has low degree of departmentalization, wide span of control, authority centralized in a single person, and little formalization. And it's a flat organization. So when you see the simple organizational structure, it's not a vertical one. It's a flat organization, and it usually has only 2, maybe 3 vertical levels. Here the example shows only 2 vertical levels, or it might be maybe 3 as well. So a loose body of employees and one individual in whom the decision making authority is individual, like centralized. So he will be making all the decisions related to the organization. Okay, this is what the simple structure means. So the strength of simple structure means it's really simple in nature. The simplicity is the strength, and it's really fast and flexible because the decisions are made by one individual, and it's really flexible because the span of control is really wide and inexpensive to operate as well because the hierarchical levels are really low and accountability is clear because one person has the entire responsibility and the entire accountability for every action. And the major disadvantage of weakness is that it becomes increasingly inadequate when the organization grows. So this is maybe suitable for a small organization, maybe having one manager and 10 different employees. But when the organization grows, increases in size, this might not be suitable. So because the low formalization and high centralization is not suitable for the larger organization. So simple structure, other weakness is that it's risky because every decisions are made by one person. So when that particular individual lacks in technical expertise or knowledge in making that particular decision, the decision made by that individual may be wrong, and that wrong decision would be destroying the entire organization because no one is there to guide the decision or like interfere in the decision making. So that is what the simple structure means. Moving on to the second organizational design, which is bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is an organizational structure uh, that is create is a bureaucratic, it's an organizational structure. It's like almost opposite to the simple structure, where high routine operating tasks achieved through the specialization and everything is organized there, very high, low rules, regulation, procedures, everything would be there, and tasks are grouped into maybe functional way. And however, the authority is still centralized there in the bureaucracy, and the span of control is really low. One employee or supervisor may be handling a small number of employees, and then the decision making follows the chain of command as well. So if we want to make a decision, then it has to be gone through the chain of command. We cannot, top management can immediately take the decision and let the people to do their duty. So it has to follow the chain of command. For the information sharing also follow the chain of command. So bureaucracy is a dirty word in normally people's mind. However, it does have the advantages as well. So for example, the primary advantage is the ability to perform the standardized activity in a highly efficient manner. So if the organization is performing the standardized activity like routine activities, then bureaucracy is the most suitable organizational structure because it can perform the standardized activity in a very efficient way because putting like specialists together because it's departmentalized on the basis of the function. So where a person who is maybe the expertise, having expertise in a particular function, all the people will be grouped there and they will be making the decisions and they will be doing the task. So that will result in highly efficiency and effectiveness. Okay. So standardized operation in high formalization allow the decision making to be centralized because we cannot let uh, the decision to be taken by the lower level people because the centralization would be there. Like the specialists need to take the decision and they have to inform the decision to the other people. So centralization is there, but there is little need for the innovative and experienced decision maker below the level of the senior executive because every decision would be taken by the senior level executive. So other people need not to be innovative and initiate, like they need not to be creative, even experienced one but because they are just following the decisions of directives given by the senior management. They don't need to have the experience, knowledge, innovativeness, creativeness, and everything. Okay, so the major weakness of these failure is it's something we all have witnessed obsessive in following the rules because people like they are obsessed in following the rules and regulation. They don't like think outside the box. They don't think anything in a innovative way, in a creative way. They just always their concern is on following the rules and regulation. So when the case does not precisely fit the rules, if something we cannot like fit it into the rules, there is no room for the modification. They cannot do anything because they are not in a position to think outside the box. So bureaucracy is efficient only as long as the employees front the familiar plan with program decision rules only. So when the decisions or programs and the situations are like in a routine way only, the bureaucracy is suitable. Okay, so the two aspects of these bureaucracy we should explore are the functional structure and the divisional structure. Functional structure is grouped by their specialists like similar specialist roles, tasks. So based on the function, the tasks are grouped into. And divisional structure is organization structure that group the employee into maybe by product or customer or geographical area or the service. So based on these product, service, geographical area or customer, we can group the people and we can say it as the divisional structure under the bureaucracy. If it is grouped based on their functions, then we can say it as the functional structure. Okay. So with these, we will finish the lectures and we will start the presentation. Anything to ask? Any clarification in organizational structure? So I hope to complete the chapter maybe in the next class. Any clarification, anything to ask? Is it clear? Okay. If it is clear, we can like stop the lectures here and we will start the presentation. Since most of you like agreed to have another examination, another mid-semester examination because of the issue that you have encountered in the previous examination, we will have another mid-semester examination in the same way, the same structure through the LMS. I will be there so that I can check the timing and rectify the issues. But whenever you are having the examination or sitting the examination, you have to be like conscious about your network connection, your network connectivity should be there. You have to have the proper network connectivity, then only you can proceed the examination without any error notification. Okay. So now we will start the presentation. So group number, so who asked to present first? Group number 18, are you ready? Are you all here?
Yes.
Sorry. Voice is breaking. I couldn't hear anything properly.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, you can start the presentation. You can share the screen.
Good morning to all. I am Trisha Trinity. My registration number is MS73. Here, Group 18 students are connected now to present this presentation on the topic of identifying organizational behavioral management issues. Today, we are going to explain about the organization which was selected by our team and what are the managerial issues we found there and some theoretical and also we are going to explain about some recommendations for the managerial issue. For this analysis, our group selected the Hotel East Lagoon, which was selected in Chinnapudi, Batiklo. It was started at 2013. The owner of this hotel is Mr. M. Selvaraja. Hotel East Lagoon is the most popular lagoon resort in Batiklo. Here they are facilitating such a wonderful facilities such as well equipped rooms, lobbies, Wi-Fi, cable TV channels, swimming pools, baby pools. The hotel has five main sectors. They are finance, HRM, marketing, housekeeping, and kitchen. Hotel East Lagoon has a very positive rating on their website. I hope this brief introduction is much enough to know about this hotel. Thank you. The another part will be conducted by my another team member.
Thank you, Resha. I am Paresh Kant. My registration number is COM14. I am explain about methodology. We done qualitative research. We conduct an interview with manager. Therefore, we got the better knowledge about the hotel and issue which are affected by managers. Information and data gathered from the Hotel East Lagoon, periodical and literature on the subject matter. We visit Hotel East Lagoon and we have them some question about the hotel details of the employees. Thank you. Next part will explain by Ebony.
Thank you, Tarishkan. Good morning to you all. I am Evoni. My registration number is MS42. Today, I would like to present to you our project on the topic of the organizational behavior issue of the Hotel East Lagoon. According to our visit to the hotel and face-to-face interview with the manager, our team observed that the main organizational behavioral issue in this hotel is workforce diversity. The hotel East Lagoon has 72 employees now. During the COVID pandemic time, only 48 employees had worked there. The hotel East Lagoon is concentrating more on human resource management because they need to have a good understanding of effective human resource and implement those practices in their business. The manager said that both men and women are working there. Mostly youngsters are working there. And he also said that the employees are culturally diverse in this hotel. So whenever they celebrate any festival or any religious event, they take a day off from their work so that the management has to allocate more work to a few employees. In this situation, the employees are under great pressure to complete their work and the work will not be completed in an efficient manner. A few years ago, Hotel East Lagoon was staffed by some Muslim employees, but now management has stopped hiring Muslim employees due to the diversity issues. And also, the managers mentioned that they are not interested in hiring employees like relatives or married couple because they will take more day off from their work if they have any personal activities. This will cause conflicting work hour for other employees and management has to manage these situations under a lot of pressure. So according to our observation, this type of workforce diversity issue is faced by Hotel East Lagoon. Now I would like to pass my time over to my group mate Kedujan, who will explain to you managerial issue based on theoretical support. Thank you.
Thank you, Evoni. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kedujan. My registration number is Form 64. Today, I'm going to explain about theoretical analysis of managerial issues. Let's go to the topic. One of the common and important issues currently facing organization is dealing with people who are different. This challenge, termed as workforce diversity in organizational behavior. Organizations are become more diverse in terms of gender, race, ethnicity. Researchers are defining that diversity fight in the workplace define the try to company culture. Uh, well, wherein the workforce composition include employees of different gender, age.
Which group is going to present now? Group number, can you please tell your group number?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, our group number is 18, ma'am. Sorry, our connection is poor now. We all are joined now, ma'am. Can we continue there?
Wait, from MS 42. Can you please repeat your presentation again? Because there was network error, I think disconnected. Therefore, you start your presentation. MS 42.
Yes, ma'am.
You can present now.
Good morning to you all. I am Evoni. My registration number is MS42. Today, I would like to present to you our project on the topic of the organizational behavior issue of the Hotel East Lagoon. According to our visit to the hotel and face-to-face interview with the manager, our team observed that the main organizational behavioral management issue in this hotel is workforce diversity. The hotel East Lagoon has 72 employees now. During the COVID-19 pandemic time, only 48 employees had worked there. The hotel East Lagoon is concentrating more on human resource management because they need to have a good understanding of effective human resources and implement those practices in their business. The manager said that both men and women are working there and mostly youngsters are working there. And he also said that the employees are culturally diverse in this hotel. So whenever they celebrate any festival or religious event, they take a day off from their work so that the management has to allocate more work to a few employees. In this situation, the employees are under great pressure to complete their work and the work will not be completed in an efficient manner. A few years ago, Hotel East Lagoon was staffed by some Muslim employees, but now management has stopped hiring Muslim employees due to the diversity issue. And also, the manager mentioned that they are not interested in hiring employees like relatives or married couple because they will take more day off from work if they have any personal activities. This will cause if they this will cause conflicting working hours for other employees and management has to manage this situation under a lot of pressure. So, according to our observation, this type of workforce diversity issue is faced by Hotel East Lagoon. I would like to pass my time over to my group member Kedujan, who will explain to you managerial issue with the theoretical support.
Thank you, Evoni. Good morning, everyone. I am Kedujan. My registration number is COM64. Today, I am going to explain about theoretical analysis of managerial issues. Let's go to the topic. One of the most common and important issues currently facing organization is dealing with people who are different with this challenge. It's termed as workforce diversity in organizational behavior. Organizations are becoming more diverse in terms of gender, race, and ethnicity. Researchers are defining that uh, diver- diversified in workplace is defined that trait of company culture, wherein the workforce composition include employees of different gender, age, sexual orientations, religions, language, abilities, professional backgrounds. After examined, conclude that workforce diversity is strength for any organization, but people still stick to their related to caste, religion, and etc. So consider diversity as a problem, but if managed properly, can increase the productivity. And also, diversity in the workforce is a challenge for managers because it creates cultural misunderstanding. The decision making process can be slower due to different ideas and perspectives, which is always one of the challenges for diversity. It also hampers communication due to language barriers between subordinates and superiors. On of the other hand, workforce diversity is an opportunity because it enhances the productivity and creativity. A diversified workforce as brainstorming and becomes more productive for the group as the employee have more solution in particular situations. Workforce diversity help to increase the goodwill of the product within the society. Uh, that's all, everyone. Now I'm going to hand over this presentation to my colleague Madhiveli. Thank you.
Thank you, Kedujan. My name is Madhivali and my registration number is COM92. I'm continuing the theoretical analysis. To manage diversified workforce is a big challenge for any organization. Each individual is different from each other because of their different religion, educational background to which they belong, age, and the perception. When the different types of people, in terms of thinking, perception, generation come together to work at the same place, then definitely a situation may come there where all these different types of people may not agree at the same point. Diversity management is the process and programs by which managers make everyone more aware of and sensitive to the needs and differences of others. Workforce diversity management requires creation of an organizational climate in which people from different cultural, social backgrounds and being diverse in many other aspects. It aims at making people work to the best of their potential. Workforce diversity management rules out any discrimination among people. It is expected to work towards the best attainment of organizational goals. Thank you. My another part is presented by my another um, group member.
Good afternoon to you all. I am Ramya. My registration number is MS2. Now I will explain advantages of workforce diversity in the field. First one, improved creativity and innovation. Diversity brings together people from different backgrounds, culture, and experience. This diversity can lead to new ideas and solutions to problems that might not have been possible otherwise. The second one, increased customer satisfaction. The diverse workforce can better understand and respond to the needs of a diverse group of customers, leading to increased satisfaction and loyalty. Third one, engaged communication and teamwork. Employees from different backgrounds can bring unique perspectives to communication and teamwork, leading to better collaboration and improved performance. The last one is improved brand image and reputation. A diverse workforce can improve brand image and reputation of a hotel by demonstrating a commitment to inclusivity and equal opportunity. Thank you. Next, I would invite Rifan to continue this presentation.
Thank you, Pramia. Good morning, everyone. I am Rifan. My registration number is COM 115. Now I'm going to explain percentage about disadvantages of workforce diversity in hotel. The first disadvantages is communication and language barriers. Differences in language and communication styles can create the barriers and misunderstanding between the employees and the cultures. And the second disadvantages is resistance to change. Uh, some employees may be resistant to change and may struggle to adapt new cultures, practices, and procedures. And the third one is increased conflict. Nowadays, differences in cultural norms, values, and beliefs can sometimes lead the conflicts that can be difficult to resolve. Thank you. Next presenter is Vaksana.
Good morning to you all. I'm Vakshana. My registration number is MS66. Now we see some recommendations. First one is develop an inclusive culture. Organizations should strive to create a culture that values and celebrate diversity. This can be achieved by promoting open and respectful communication, providing diversity and inclusion training for employees. The second one is implement diversity requirement strategies. Organizations should review and revise their recommendations process to ensure they attract a diverse pool of candidates. The third one is foster diversity at leadership levels. It is important to promote diversity not only at lower level but also in leadership positions. Organizations should implement strategies to develop and promote diversity talent, provide mentorship and sponsorship programs. The fourth one is employee resource groups. Establishing employee resource group can be an effective way to support and engage diverse employees. Employee resource groups provide a platform for employees to connect, share experience, and provide insights and recommendations. My part is over. Next will continue by Krista.
Thank you, Akshana. My name is Krista. My registration number is MS57. Fifth one is regularly assess and track progress. Organizations should regularly assess their diversity and inclusion efforts and track progress over time. This can be done through surveys, focus groups, and analyzing relevant data such as diversity metrics and employee satisfaction. By monitoring progress, organizations can identify areas for improvement and make necessary adjustments to their strategies. The sixth one is collaborate with external organization. Engaging with external organization that specialize in diversity and inclusion can provide valuable insight and resources. Collaborating with these organizations can help gain a broader perspective, assess, assess best practices, and receive guidance on developing effective diversity. By implementing these recommendations, organization can cultivate a diversity and inclusive workforce that only reflects the broader society but also contributes their long-term success growth. Embracing workforce diversity is not only the right thing to do, but also do a strategic imperative in today's dynamic and competitive landscape. My part is over. Next part is continuing by my another group member.
Have you all present? Have you finished your presentation? Kedujan,
Yes, ma'am.
have you all complete your presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm reading your group members' details. Please check. Any of you have absent too? All of you present. Sorry. Sorry, I can't hear you.
All the members are presented, ma'am.
Okay. I'm reading MS 73. I can't hear you. There is network error, I think. Where is COM 103? Okay, COM 103. Any of you have absent?
Com 103 have a connection problem, ma'am.
Okay. What about others? Other one of you?
Everyone presented, ma'am.
73, COM 40, COM 64, MS 42, COM 92, MS 2, COM 115, MS 66, MS 57, COM 103 connection error. Only one of you absent. Oh, any of you have still not?
No, ma'am. Only Com 103, ma'am.
Okay. How many of your group members are
Yeah.
here? How many members?
Now presented in 9 members, ma'am. One of the
Okay, total 10
connection problem.
members.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Then next group, you can start your presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Next, MS6, sorry, group 6.
Miss, our group project is now our group number is 15.
Group number, where is group number 6? Oh, group number 14.
Yes, ma'am. Group number 6.
Okay, you can start your presentation now.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon to you all. I am Radhis. We are Group 6. My group members are Mithujan, Abhisit, Kokila, Ayes, Kina, Sainda, Yadushana, Kavisa, and Mary Kamensia. We went to present about organization review. We selected organization Janasakti Insurance Company. This organization located in Jaffna. Now let's start the presentation. Introduction to Janasakti Insurance Company. Janasakti Insurance Company is a prominent insurance company in Sri Lanka with a rich insurance company and rich history and a strong presence in insurance industry. Established in 1994, the company halted and innovated over the years. The and innovated insurance solution business institute in Sri Lanka. The company aims to fulfill the diverse insurance need of industry customer and offer them financial protection, peace of mind, and sense of security. And next then, let's see the next core value. The first one is integrity. Janasakti Insurance uphold the highest standard of integrity in all aspects of the operations. The company is committed to continuity its business with honesty, transparency, and ethical behavior. Second one is customer focus. Janasakti Insurance places customer are at the center of operations. The company is dedicated to understanding and fulfilling the unique needs of customers. Next, innovation. Janasakti Insurance is committed to innovation and staying at the forefront of the insurance company. The company recognizes the importance of adapting to changing customer needs and market trends. Next, teamwork. Janasakti Insurance value teamwork and collaboration. The company is caressing and collecting talented and skills and exhibiting of its employee to achieve common goals. The last one, social responsibility. Janasakti Insurance acknowledges its role in contributing to the betterment of society. The company is committed to corporate social responsibility, CSR, individual focus on education, health, and community development. My part is over. Next presenter is Tavisa. Thank you, ma'am. Your registration number? 46, ma'am. MS?
Thank you, Ladushana. Good morning to you all. I am Davisha. My registration number is 146. I explain increasing competition. First one is price pressure. Increasing competition often leads to price pressure as insurance companies strive to offer competition premium rates. Janashakti Insurance may face challenge in maintaining profitability if they engage in aggressive price cut to stay competitive, potentially impacting their finance performance. Second one is customer churn. Intense competition has resulted in customer churn where policyholders switch their insurance providers to take advantage of better pricing or enhanced coverage offered by competitors. This can lead to a loss of market share for Janashakti Insurance and impact their customer retention rate. Third one is market share erosion. The presence of strong competitors can erode Janashakti Insurance market share. Increased competition make it difficult for the company to attract new customers or expand its customer base. especially if competitors offer more enticing products, service, or marketing strategies. My part is over. Rest of part will continue by Abhishek.
Good morning to you all. I am Abhishek. My registration number MS107. Solution of increase in competition. First one, differentiation and value proposition. Janashakti Insurance should focus on differentiating itself from competitor by offering unique value proposition. This can include specialized insurance product, innovative coverage option, excellent customer service, or industry expertise that set off apart from competitor. By highlighting their unique strength, the company can attract the retained customer who value the differentiating factors. Second one, customer-centric approach. Emphasize customer need and providing exceptional customer experience can help Dhanashakti Insurance build a strong relationship and loyalty. By understanding customer preference, activity seeking feedback, and continuously improving their product and services based on customer insight, the company can differentiate itself and create competitive advantage. Next, product innovation. Janashakti Insurance should invest in research and development to develop a new innovative insurance product. This can involve identifying risk and designing coverage solution to address need the company can attract the retained customer even highly competitive market. And other solutions are marketing and branding static partnership, continuous monitoring and analysis. Thank you. My part is over. Rest of the part continue by Jadushana.
Thank you, Abhishek. Good morning to you all. I am Yadusana. My registration number COM37. The non-payment of policies on due dates can have several negative effects on Janashakti Insurance PLC and its operation. Here are some ways it may impact the company. Financial impact. Non-payment of policies can lead to a decrease in premium revenue. Affecting the company, it can follow an overall financial performance. Next, increases risk exposure. Non-payment of policies may result in coverage lapse, leaving policy holders without insurance protection. Next, customer dissatisfaction. Non-payment can lead to customer dissatisfaction and damage the company reputation. Thank you. My part is over. Rest of the part will continue by Sainda.
Thank you, Jalusana. Good morning to you all. I am Sainda. My registration number is COM87. Solutions of non-payments of policies on Janashakti Insurance PLC. First one is clear communication and education. Clear communication should be maintained thoughts, policy documents, renewal notice, and require reminder. Next, flexible payments option. Janashakti Insurance can provide online payment facilities, automatic payments deduction, mobile payments option, and multiple payment channels. Next, grace period and reminder system. Janashakti Insurance can also establish reminder system such as automatic message, emails, or SMS to remind the policyholder of upcoming payment deadline. Financial assistance and installment plans.
This can help retail policyholders maintain their coverage even during challenging times. Next, proactive follow-ups and collection. Next, continuous monitoring and analyze. My part is over. Next of the part will continue by Hina.
Thank you, Saina. Good afternoon to you all. I am Hina. My registration number MS124. The problem of lack of trust among the people towards general insurance companies and have several addition, customer acquisition, and overall business may impact the organization. First one, customer aversion. Lack of trust can lead to potential customers being hesitant to engage with Janasakti Insurance. This can result in lower customer acquisition rates and a difficulty in expanding their customer base. Prospective policyholders may choose to seek insurance service from competitors they perceive as more trustworthy. Second one, customer retention. Existing policyholders may lose trust in Janasakti Insurance due to
Switch on your
negative
camera.
experience.
MS 124. Switch on your camera.
Now, okay, ma'am.
Yes, okay, continue.
Customer retention. Existing policyholders may lose trust in Janasakti Insurance due to negative experience, lack of transparency, or perceived untrustworthy practices. This can result in increased customer attrition rates and reduced customer loyalty, as policyholders may opt to switch to insurance providers they trust more. Negative public perception. Third one. Lack of trust can generate negative word of mouth, impacting the company's brand image and reputation. Negative experience shared by dissatisfied customer or negative media coverage can fuel the erode trust among the general public and potential customers. Thank you. My part is over. Another part will continue by Ayaz.
Good morning to you all. I'm Kemansia. My registration number is COM31. The problem of shortage of skill employee is Janasakti Insurance Company can have several negative impacts on the company's operation. Customer service and overall growth are same ways. It may affects sorry ma'am, reduce efficiency and productivity. A shortage of skill employees can lead to increased workload on exit staff, potentially resulting in reduced efficiency and productivity. Overbound employees may struggle to meet customer demands, leading to delays on service delivery, processing errors, or inadequate customer support. Quality of service. Insufficient skilled employees may impact the quality of service provided to customers without the necessary express the experience. Employees may struggle to efficiently address complex customer inquiries, provide accurate advice, or handle integrate insurance claim. This can lead to customer dissatisfactions and damage the company's reputation. Third one, enablement to innovate. Skilled employees play a critical role in driving innovation within an organization. A shortage of skilled staff can hinder the company's ability to develop and implement new insurance products. Thank you. My part is over. Next of the part will continue by Aya. Sorry, Midun.
Thank you, Kemen. I'm Idujan. My registration number is MS 118. Today I explain my solution of shortage of skilled employees, uh, recruitment and talent acquisition, training and development, succession
Wait,
plan.
switch on your camera.
Ma'am, camera not working. Yes, please allow access to setting problem, please.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. Training and development, succession planning, employee retention strategies, collaboration and partnership, employee engagement and well-being. Thank you. My part is over. Next will be continue Kohila.
Thank you, Midushan. I am Kohila. My registration number is MS80. My topic is conclusion. Industrial visit change the perspective of students, widens their eyes towards the industry. Students get to the industry sensitive the students to the practical challenges industry face every day. It also helps students plan ahead, encourage them to give their inputs, ideas, feedback, suggestions on what they are perceived of not only to a but organization as well. We have a visit in Janasakti Insurance Company. Their organizational success measure success of how far the organization has reached. We know that this company is facing many challenges in competitive market. Also, company is leader in market by having excellent organizational success and utilizing efficient and effectiveness. Thank you.
Okay, have you all present? finished or group number?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
My group number is 18, ma'am.
Yes, wait.
I wrote some
After the end of this
issue.
session. Yes, okay. After the end of this session, you can present.
But my group is 18.
Now also I can't hear you. At the end of this session, not now. At the end of the session, you can present. Not now. Not now. Still, they are presenting. Not yet finished. Group number 6. After the presentation of group number 14, you can present. Okay. Today, at the end of the session, you can present. Okay. Group number 6. Where is group number 6?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes. Can you show your group members detailed slide?
Yes, ma'am. Wait a minute, ma'am.
Okay. Who is absent today?
Yes, ma'am.
His number? Did he inform to you? Did he inform to you? Students, why are you silent? Who is your group leader?
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you silent? What I am doing now?
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. He has meeting,
asking
ma'am. He has auditing meeting.
Okay. Anyway, he is absent now. Then
Yes, ma'am.
there are total group. There are 10 members now.
Yes, ma'am.
Except COM 146. Your registration number is 2019. Am I correct? Others are 2020.
Yes.
Ma'am, Tavisa registration number 19.
Don't tell name. I want the registration number as well as year. COM 46 2020. And only the COM 146, the registration number is 2019. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. 2019. Okay. Then next group number 14, you can present.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respectable Madam and my dear friends, I am Shalini Adishwari. My registration number is COM11. Our group number is number 40. This is our presentation. In this presentation, we hope to discuss the following points. There are introduction, vision and mission, purpose of the company, issues or problems, managerial issues, solutions, conclusions, and evidence and reference. So, accordingly, we have chosen a seafood restaurant to complete the given assignment. This restaurant is located in Tangol area, was established in 1990. So, if you come to this restaurant located on a beautiful beach in Tangol area, you can enjoy to fresh and delicious seafood. My part is over. I invite to another partner, Bhagya, to continue our presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Shalini. My topic is Introduction to this company. Commitment, high quality seafood, focus on freshness and flavor, strong reputation for serving the best seafood in the area. Ideal location, Tangol known for fish and beaches and fresh seafood. Attract both local residents and tourists. Expanded menu, wide variety of seafood options, gillfish, prawns, crab curry, lobster, therminde and more. Skilled chefs create delectable dishes highlighting natural flavors of seafood. Pleasant dining experience. Warm and inviting ambience. Comfortable seating and tastefully decorated India. Friendly and attentive staff. Hygiene and cleanliness. Source seafood from trust suppliers. Careful handling to maintain freshness. Clean and well-maintained dining area. Loyal customer base and positive reputation. Journal through word of mouth recommendation and favorable reviews. In conclusion, this seafood restaurant in Tangol has been serving high quality seafood since 1919. With its prime location, device menu, skilled chefs, pleasant ambience, and emphasis on hygiene, it is perfect choice for a memorable seafood dining experience. My part is over. I invite to Himasha to continue presentation.
Thank you, Bhagya. Good afternoon, all. I'm Himal Shah. My registration number is MS2L. I'm about to present is the vision of the seafood restaurant that we have chosen. A vision statement talks about the goal and ideals of the business for the future. In other words, a vision is simply a prediction of the future of the business. According to that, the vision of the seafood restaurant is to be Sri Lanka's foremost pioneer in bringing fresh and delicious seafood to your hands.
சொல்லுங்க மனசுல பாருங்க சொல்லுங்க கேட்டா இந்த சண்டே போது வர ஆளு கேட்டுட்டா சண்டே போது வர ஆளല്ലോ 46 come 46 மேம் என்ன கூப்பிடுறோம்
According to that, the vision of the seafood restaurant is to be Sri Lanka's most pioneering bringing fresh and delicious seafood to your hands in innovative, delicious and creative ways. The business is run with this vision statement as before. My part is over. I invite the next partner to continue the presentation. Thank you all.
Thank you, Himal. I am coming to my registration number is COM95. My party is Mission of Seafood Restaurant. Beginning fresh and delicious, innovative seafood, your hands in delicious and executively creative way, becoming the leading and institution in Sri Lanka to provide you with efficient and effective service. Mission is what is being done in the present to achieve the organization long-term goals. The vision statement describe what seafood restaurant is doing today as a company to be Sri Lankan for most culinary and providing consumer with fresh and delicious seafood thought creative methods. The company has displayed its vision and mission for the company's employee and customers to know. My part is over. Next, I invite to Pasindu to continue our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Govindu. Hello, everyone. I am Pasindu. My registration number is MS53. My part is company purpose. Here, the main objective of our chosen organization that is to increase the market share. This restaurant is currently a very famous restaurant in Tangol area, but their main purpose is to be the best seafood restaurant in Tangol and to make this restaurant famous in other parts of Sri Lanka and to open branches all over Sri Lanka and become the best seafood restaurant in Sri Lanka. Apart from this, there are several other objectives that they hope to achieve. That is number 2, increase profit rapidly. And number 3, quality seafood. Number 4, culinary expertise. And number 5, menu variety. Number 6, local sustainable sourcing. Number 7, specialties and signature dishes. Number 8, catering and event. Finally, customer satisfaction. They believe that if they achieve this goal properly, they can become the best seafood restaurant in Sri Lanka that they aspire to be. Thank you all. My part is over. I invite to Aruni to continue our presentation.
Thank you, Pasindu. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Aruni. My registration number is COM59. I am going to talk about problem with symptoms. The problem is related to communication breakdown within the restaurant, leading to reduced efficiency and customer dissatisfaction. Number 1, lack of communication. Communication plays a very important role in any organization. Identify any communication gaps between different level management or departments. Explore how this lack of effective communication affects decision making, teamwork, and overall organization performance. Number 2, resistance to change. Change is inevitable or organization, but many employees may resist it due to fear of the unknown or preference for the status. Number 3, low employee motivation and engagement. This engage employees that employees can have a negative impact on productivity, creativity, and employee satisfaction. Number 4, leadership issues. Examine leadership styles within the organization and identify issues related to ineffective leadership. explore the impact of these leadership issues on employee morale, motivation, and overall organizational culture. Number 5, workplace diversity and inclusion. Evaluating the organization approach diversity and inclusion. Explore how a lack of diversity and inclusion can lead to homogeneous work environment, limiting creativity and style filling innovation. Number 6, lack of coordination. Restaurant staff lack proper coordination and communication, resulting in inefficiency and delays in serving customers. For example, orders are frequently miscommunicated between waiters and kitchen staff, resulting in incorrect or late food. Number 7, customer complaints. This issue has led to complaints regarding service quality, order accuracy, and delays. Number 8, decreased productivity. Lack of effective communication has led to decreased productivity and increase in inefficiency in the restaurant. Employees spend more time resolving misunderstandings and correcting mistakes than focusing on providing excellent customer service. Number 9, high turnover communication. High turnover rate. Communication breakdowns have contributed to high turnover rate among staff members. Employees can feel frustrated and undervalued, leading to lack of job satisfaction and increased attrition. Number 10, inconsistent policies. Communication gaps have also resulted in inconsistent policies and producers within the restaurant. Different interpretation of rules and guidance can lead to confusion between employee and customers. Last one, negative work environment. Communication problem creates a negative work environment categorized by stress, blame, efficiency, and communication and collaboration. They are lack of teamwork, employee dissatisfaction. Thank you. My part is over. Now I invite Tiruni to continue our presentation.
Thank you, Aruni. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Tiruni. My registration number COM161. My part is managerial issue. The main management problem identified by us in the analysis of this restaurant was the existence of communication weakness. These weaknesses can be called as follows. Number 1, lack of clear lines in communication. The absence of a clear line of communication has a great impact on the productivity of employees and increase employee stress, employee satisfaction, and attraction can also be seen. Number 2, language barriers. In the analysis of this restaurant, we found that the language barrier problem is a big challenge they face. They face this problem as this area is a highly touristic area. Number 3, inadequate training. As more local and foreign tourists come here, the lack of employee training reduces the ability to efficiently deal with customers. Number 4, hierarchical communication structure. This will result in the communication of information from the higher level of the organization to the lower level employees. Number 5, lack of team building activities. Lack of team building activities creates inefficiencies in employees. It also negatively affects the continuity of the organization. Employee dissatisfaction rises due to reduces team building activities. My part is over. I invite our next group member Sankalpana to continue our presentation.
Thank you, Tiruni. I am Sankalpana. My registration number is MS84. My part is solution. As mentioned earlier, we have looked for a solution to the employee communication problem from the problem. What are these solutions? They are implementation of a communication system, provide language training, conduct communication skill training, encourage open communication, facilitate team building activities. If the solutions are analyzed against each other. First, implementation of a communication system. Under the solution, establish a clear and efficient communication system within the restaurant. They can include using digital communication tools and messaging apps or email. Now, second solution, provide language training. Under this solution, they can provide language training programs or language supported service to employees. Third solution, conduct communication skill training. Under this solution, they can organize communication skill training workshop or session for all employees. Next solution, encourage open communication. Under this solution, create a culture of open communication where employees feel comfortable expressing this thought, concern, and suggestion. Last one, facilitate team building activities. They could organize regular team building activities such as outing, team exercises, or staff event to build employee strong. Thank you. My part is over.
Good, good afternoon, all of you. Thank you, Samudi. I am Samudi. My registration number is Form 140. I present now our project constructions. According to our project, the main problem of this business organization is lack of good communication medium in the internal structure. To solve this communication problem, Bengal seafood restaurant, several solutions should be considered to be implemented. First and foremost, establishing clear communication channels, regular team meetings, a designated feedback systems, and using technology for seamless communication can greatly improve information disseminations. By solving these problems and improving its internal communication, the seafood restaurant is Bengal can increase employee morals and productivity, and ultimately provide the good customer experience to the success of organization. I hope you all have a clear understanding of our group project. Am I correct? Okay. What I am about to present now is the evidence and reference related to our project. I kindly request to you pay attention to it. First of all, we heard from friends and elders on social media and website about which business are suitable for making this project in our area, and then presented the first praise groups to select this business as the appropriate business organizations. After since our lecturer is Ms. Neruja confirmed that this project is appropriate, today we have successfully completed the work related to this project. As said, the awareness of our lecture, in addition to the awareness and advice to elders, friends, has been shown to you through social media, network, and related websites. I invite you to join these and verify the truthfulness of our project. Next, we present the documents and photos obtained from this that we have contacted the organization and worked on these projects. Please show the slides, Kavindu. Kavindu? Kavindu? Kavindu, please show the letter and photos. Okay. Thank you. This concludes the work related to our project, and for all of us, I offer my heartfelt thanks to our lecturer, Ms. Neruja. Thank you, who was referred to us for this purpose. Thank you for giving us good access to put our knowledge into practice and influence in knowledge and developing our required skills like our leadership skills and technical knowledge increase. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all those in the business who supported us in this project, all the friends who helped us in getting the information, and all our team members who cooperated to complete this project very well. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you so much. Miss, our presentation is over.
Would be the three